Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here, and I thought I would make a special video today because I've actually seen this type of video on other channels, and I thought why not, give my little opinion on it, because I feel like a lot of people they can tend to make a lot of assumptions about this game. And I'm here to just give my opinion. It's going to be unbiased, I promise. It's not going to be, like sugarcoating, and it's not going to be completely pessimistic. Because I think the role of someone with, as many subs as me or anyone is to tell the truth, okay, when we deliver the content. And if you don't tell the truth, I think that's when, you start running into problems. I honestly think that this game, though it might be losing players at a certain rate, I definitely don't think the game is dying anytime soon. And I'm going to focus on a lot of details when I'm talking about this, but I think I'm going to start off with on a weird point, but this is something that's really important. Alright, when you listen to the music, okay, and I know, this seems like a really weird point, but just listen to the music, and tell me one thing, doesn't it take you back to that time in 3rd grade when you finally finished Crocotopia and you were like exploring this new world? Because if you don't feel that, then that means you definitely quested without the music on, and you made a terrible mistake doing that. The music is so nostalgic, it always brings me back. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I've never had my music off, ever, because it just brings me so much happiness, and it brings me back to those days when I used to play. This game means a lot to a lot of people, and I'm not just talking about the music informs the nostalgia. I'm saying that this was a game that everyone turned to at one point in their lives when they didn't have anything else. And some people, yeah, they're obsessed with this game, and that's good for them, like, they can do what they want with their life. But guys, these worlds right here, these are a part of us, like, I don't think it's ever really gonna go away, and I'm sure all of us would be, more than just a little upset if this game were to end anytime soon. Maybe I'm taking an optimistic view of it, but I think everyone can agree that this game used to be amazing, and things like music just always bring you back. And I'm saying this not just because of things like music, but because of things like free tourneys, the member benefit that came out. Really, it's the last day, and I still have a ton of people on my friends list. You guys should have seen earlier today. Tons of people on my friends list. I'm more than willing to show it. And obviously, like, I still, all these people, they're still active people, it's tons of people. So, that's one thing. This game, the music, the PvP, sure, people might get frustrated at it, but they'll always come back. I think what's gonna happen is that when a lot of people were playing Wiz, it was as a full-time thing. But because the audience as a whole has grown over time, it's going to become more of a thing that you check into every now and then and play other games along with it. Now, the whole point of coming back, I just want to point out something. A lot of people have said they'll quit, right? A lot of people. And I've seen them come back every single time. And I'll use a squad as an example. I've seen Soloin come back. I've seen Kostam come back. I've seen the Real J come back. It's easy to say you're gonna quit, but it's so hard to actually commit to that, And in some ways, that's a very negative thing, and if some people just can't let the game go, that's a very negative thing. But I do feel that the makers of this game have a they've done a very good job of making sure that the players stay tuned and they come back. I can guarantee to you that when the new world comes out, everyone's gonna flock to it, and it won't really seem like a dying game anymore. Another reason why I don't think it's a dying game anytime soon is because, despite what a lot of people might say, I think KingsIsle is starting to listen. And I know, it's a very slow start, and a lot of people will disagree, and that's your opinion. I want you not to dislike the vid if you disagree with my opinion. I totally respect your opinion, but you should respect mine too, fam. But leave a comment, okay? I want to know. Because this is a discussion video. I want to know. This is the future of the community and shalala, But the way I look at it, the thing they did with the Elucidate, the thing that they did with the crit and block system, yes, the crit and block system is not perfect for low levels, and some people might even argue that it's not really perfect for high levels. Everyone has their own opinion on it. But it's definitely better than the one before, because now blocking is totally up to you. You know, you can control whether you block or not. It's not based on whether your opponent is lucky enough to get a crit or not. And as far as low levels go, I haven't seen a crit satyr ruin a match in a very, very long time. And that's something that I'm very glad doesn't exist anymore. You have no idea how many Grandmaster Ices, me being one of them, I've seen get lucky satyr crits before. And it used to really, really throw the match in their favor. Lowering crit is a great way to decrease the size of matches. There used to be plenty of ways for other schools to heal spam with heals, and it really took the regular schools that couldn't heal out of the equation. Now the only real heal strat that works is the one that Life uses, where they literally just heal until their opponent flees. That's good for them. I think it's an exploit. I honestly don't agree with that strategy, but whatever. You know, there's always going to be some forms of PvP that, you know, that aren't so perfect. But the point I'm trying to make is, I think King's Isle is starting to listen. I definitely, and I can say this with a very, very high note of confidence, I definitely think that a restriction on shadow spells and the way first place advantage works, I think these are issues that they're going to address. I really do. Because they've already addressed things like elucidates, which was like a major thing. Tourneys are much more balanced now. I seriously recommend trying them out while they're free. If, you know, when they are free. And if you know, if you have, it's $1 basically. No, it's 50 cents basically a tourney. Try it out. It's a lot of fun, and it's something that a lot of people can enjoy. But my argument still stands. I think that King's Isle is transitioning towards listening a lot more to the PvP side of the community, and that's always good. That's always good. The thing with the Elucidate, as much as people might have disliked it, the people who dislike it are the ones who used it the most. And I used it a lot. I can show you. I seriously doubt that there's one wizard where I don't have an Elucidate lying around. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Do I not have an Elucidate? Let's see. My mans? Do I not have an Elucidate? Yeah, I don't have an Elucidate. But, you know, like, they're rare now, you know? Like, I even contemplated making an Elucidate, giveaway. You know, like, that's the sort of stuff that I was actually planning on doing. That's how far they've gone. They've taken one really broken aspect of the game and they fixed it. They're working on crit. They're definitely going to work on the first place advantage, and they're working on rebalancing the schools. Now, I know a lot of people, another argument that they like to make about why Wiz is dying, they say that there's only a few good schools in 1v1 PvP. I can guarantee to you that that's just not true. It's the strategies that everyone uses that don't work anymore. You cannot use a strategy that worked when level 90 was a max and expect it to be successful when level 110 was a max. It just doesn't work. I've seen so many deaths, you know, like, use all these strats with, like, blade stacking and, you know, just skeletal dragoning all the time. That was, like, the only strat that they used to use. It doesn't work anymore. You gotta be more creative, and you gotta, you know, like, my death that's doing pretty well. I mean, I feel like if you can get to 800 rank, that means the game isn't broken against you. It's really not. It's just that, you know, it's harder. And, you know, that puts a lot of fun into that school. A lot of people think that they cannot 1v1 on death, or that they cannot 1v1 on fire, or they cannot 1v1 on myth. And I'm here to tell you that that's just not true. There are plenty of people who are amazing at 1v1 because the game stays being balanced, and that's the truth. There is obviously a huge advantage that schools like ICE get, but there are ways to overcome that challenge. There are only, at the moment, 2 strategies that are not able to be countered effectively, and that's Juju spamming and that heal strat. And that's why I don't support them, and I wish there was a limitation on them. That's much, much harder to do, but I definitely feel like that would be a great way to fix the game a little bit more. Now, this is one reason why I think the game is dying, and it's because the community is changing a lot. The community used to be full of people who played this game a long time ago, and this is coming from a guy who started playing 5 years ago. You know, I consider myself a pretty senior member. The community was definitely very different. However, I think the community is still amazing today. I need to say this. I've seen comments, you know, like they said that you know, they loved the community back when Wizard101 YouTubers like me didn't even step into the arena, you know? And that's fair. That's your opinion. I respect you for saying that. Honestly, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't have the guts to say that to someone. But, you know, that's up to you to say that. But the way I see it, like, the reason I stick to this game is because of the friends I've made on this game. You have no idea how many times I've laughed at the way this game just screws me over. I've laughed so many times at mega fails. I've laughed so many times at things like that. I have so many memories attached to this game, and so much that's come out of this game, like a YouTube channel. I will never forget this game, like, honestly. Whether it ends today or it ends in 20 years, I'll always stick around. I'm just saying, like, maybe not playing 24 hours a day, but I'll definitely stick around, you know, that's a promise. So, I just feel that the whole hype over Wizard101 dying and people quitting, I feel like there's nothing really to it. If you look at the statistics, there are definitely a lot of people playing. A lot of people like to say that there are 50 million people playing. That's not true. I want to say that. That's not true. That's 50 million different accounts that were registered, which means that there are 50 million people, less than 50 million people, really, that are playing. Because I know a lot of people who have, you know, not a lot, but I know people who do have more than one account. But that still puts the paying people in the high hundreds of thousands, which is all you need for a good game. I would definitely say that it approaches a million very easily. And though that's not a huge amount, it's definitely enough to keep a game going, especially when it's in one of its downtimes, you know? There are peaks and valleys when it comes to these kind of things, and it's very important to realize that, you know? I mean, there's, especially in Wizard101, it's very important to realize that. That's, you know, that's all I gotta say. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the discussion. What I really wanted this video to be more of was a discussion video, because there's so much negativity out there, you know. There's so much about the future of this game, about everything involved in this game. But I feel like there's a lot of progress that can be made. I really do, and I have hope, because I honestly, I wasn't feeling like this even 2 months ago. I made a video 2 months ago saying these are the top 10 ways Wizard101 can fix itself, and I never expected some of those things to actually happen by now. The thing with the elucidate, completely taken away. The whole thing with, you know, there are other things, like, but I feel like they're really moving towards spell diversity. Things with, like, the things with daily assignments was a brilliant idea, whoever thought of it. It just makes you go to the game every now and then, you know? And the daily assignments, they drop awards that you can't get anywhere else in the game. Like block jewels, spell-proof jewels for the pet. You know, there's something, you know, very, very awesome. So, give me your input. That's my input. Is it a dying game? Definitely not. You know, definitely not. I just don't. And people will say, am I in denial? I'm not. I've actually quit this game before, and it's, you know, and I've come right back when the game got good, and I can explain the circumstances behind it if you guys don't believe me. It was Dragonspire. That was the final world. It was level 50. I had done PvP at a very small level. My only wizard was a myth, which doesn't even exist anymore. And there was this dungeon when Celestia came out that you had to do to get into Celestia, and it was by far the hardest dungeon ever in game. And I tried at least 5 times, and I never was able to do it. And I quit then. And even before that, I quit because I could never beat the Briskbreeze Tower. I was never able to do it. So, when you consider those things, like, honestly, since I was never able to do those, I did quit. But now, you know, like, it's so easy to do everything because I have a group of people that I can always talk to, and it's, you know, nothing's ever impossible. And that's inspiring to me. But that's besides the point. I kind of got off track there. I have quit the game before, and I have come back. You can take years off this game, and you can still come back and enjoy the game. It's, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that with games. If you're a drifter, then, you know, be a drifter. But that doesn't mean the game is dying. That just means the game is fluctuating, you know? Like, you'll have times when the game is extremely popular. I can guarantee when the next world comes out, people are going to rush. I'm just saying, people, like, there are people who literally finish Polaris in 6 hours or something crazy like that. That's how much people care about this game. It's not going away anytime soon, but what I really, really do hope that people don't do is because they're quitting, try to get other people to quit. That is a very, very bad attitude to have. And I think it's why, you know, like, why should you dictate how other people spend their time, you know? Especially when it's a harmless community, you know? Like, it's not like I seriously doubt anyone's seriously addicted to this game, you know, like, and the people who were, I mean, I'm sure some of them quit recently, you know, at this point, but you know, like, I would hope that they quit if they're actually addicted. But my point is, most of the people who play this game are friendly people. I made tons of friends. I had someone just literally, he reaffirmed my faith in this community. He gifted me so many packs. And I'm not saying you need to gift me to reaffirm my faith. But what he said after that, he said, all we need is a little bit of more love in this community. And that's so true. That's all you need, okay? So love each other, fam. That's all I want to say. Hope you guys are having a great day. Have a great day. If you aren't, you know, like, here. See, I just, there, I breathed magic into your face, and now you're gonna have a great day. I don't know. I don't know what that was. It's because it's Wizard101, and I'm a crazy person. But hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Tell me your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to stay awesome. Yeah.